All right, now let's send it down the hall to Mark for HoloNet news. Welcome to HoloNet News, the premier spot for news all across the Star Wars galaxy. Our first story today, Star Wars Outlaws. I'm really excited for this because it is our first open world Star Wars game. This is huge for not just this game, but games in the future. You dictate how the story goes, and it is set between the events of Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi on the canon timeline. Main characters Kay Vess, scoundrel-like character, her pet Nyx, and a commando droid companion called ND5. You'll be able to do things like use a blaster in combat, be able to have vehicle combat, and space combat. Now, probably my favorite feature, you'll be able to enter into space from the planet's surface. I mean, this is massive. There'll be 7 planet systems you can travel to through hyperspace, and the game plans to release sometime in 2024. Jumping over to the Rey movie, this is something that I'm kind of hyped for, low-key. It takes place 15 years after the events of Rise of Skywalker, so this is post-war, post-First Order type deal. Rey is attempting to rebuild the Jedi Order because she made a commitment to Luke Skywalker to rebuild the Order. I'm kind of hoping maybe John Boyega returns as Finn. I would be really hyped to see that. Maybe Force Ghost Luke return as well, provide some guidance. I don't know, that's all pure speculation, but I can't wait for it. Jumping over to Tales of the Jedi, not really much is known, to be honest. Be sure you're on the lookout. We'll be sure to cover any kind of news that comes out about it. But the first season revolved around Ahsoka and Count Dooku. It was also around 6 episodes for season 1, so you kind of expect that for season 2. And it plans to release in 2024. Jumping over to The Acolyte, a show that I've been pretty excited for. This quote comes from President Kathleen Kennedy herself. The Acolyte is a mystery thriller that will take us into a galaxy of shadowy secrets and emerging dark side powers in the final days of the High Republic era. I mean, this quote right here just gets me really hyped. So basically, it's about a former Padawan who will reunite with her Jedi Master to investigate crimes, and they will run into something far more sinister than they possibly imagine. I'm hoping this leads into episode 1, or at least sets it up to kind of give us a little more backstory and background. And it plans to release in 2024. Now, time to talk about Ahsoka. I cannot wait for this. I think this has the potential to be the best Star Wars show because it is set after the fall of the Empire, and Ahsoka is investigating an emerging threat to the galaxy. Grand Admiral Thrawn in live action. I can't wait for it. Not to mention Sabine Wren, Hera Syndulla, Zeb, Ezra Bridger. I can't wait to see that. See what he's been up to. Hopefully they can bring him back. Hopefully he hasn't turned to the dark side. It's basically, said by Dave Filoni himself, a continuation to Star Wars Rebels. So basically Star Wars Rebels Season 5. I'm sure you guys seen the new trailer, and the show plans to release August 23rd, 2023. Jumping into Bad Batch here right away. Not much is known at the moment. We just know that it picks up where season 2 left off. This is the final season, which is kind of sad, but I feel like they're going to end it on a bang. A trailer was shown after the panel during Star Wars Celebration, and we will have different kind of appearances from Emperor Palpatine, Dr. Royce Hemlock, Fennec Shan, Rex, and of course the Bad Batch. And it plans to release in 2024. Now lastly, talking about the 3 new movies that got announced. The first one is by James Mangold, and the movie will be called Dawn of the Jedi. I'm really excited for this. Can't wait to see what James has cooking. Hoping it kind of explores the temple and how the first Jedi came to be, essentially. The next movie, Dave Filoni himself. If you didn't know who he is, he directed The Mandalorian and Ahsoka. And the movie will focus on the New Republic. It basically will connect the events of The Mandalorian, Ahsoka when it comes out, and Book of Boba Fett. Can't wait to see what Dave is cooking. He always has great ideas, and he really knows Star Wars like nobody else really does. And for the last movie, Charmin Obaid Chinoy. If you don't know who she is, she's an Academy Award and Emmy Award winning director for Miss Marvel and Saving Face. Her movie will focus on the events after the Rise of Skywalker, Rey rebuilding the Jedi Order. Can't wait to see what she's cooking up. I think this movie could be a sleeper one, and I think it will be sneaky good. So make sure to be on the lookout for that and any news regarding that. The release dates for these movies: May 22nd, 2026, December 18th, 2026, and December 17th, 2027. This has been HoloNet News. Send it back to the boys at the desk.